Today is March 3rd, 2026. It's 9:40.
That's wrong, 9:34.
9:34, sorry. This is the City of LaPorte Redevelopment Commission special meeting. Will you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. A roll call, I myself, Brian Chalik is here. JT McDermott is here. Jenna Francisconi is here. Betsy Parkinson is here. Damon Gassaway is absent, on vacation. We have a quorum. Public comment. Do we have any public comment? Man, we got a lot of people here today.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to say something. No, apparently not. Public comment is closed. Old business, we have none. New business, we have plenty. Resolution to rescind the taxpayer agreement. Which one are we going to give that to? Bert?
Yeah, Bert.
Bert, Mr. Cook, would you please come up and stay there?
Yeah, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Bert Cook, Executive Director of the LaPorte Economic Advancement Partnership. So first, I'd like to read your resolution into the record, if that is all right with you, Brian.
Yep, fine.
Resolution of the LaPorte Redevelopment Commission approving the rescission of a taxpayer agreement, including the termination of a tax abatement authorized therein, and addressing other matters related thereto. Whereas the City of LaPorte, Indiana, the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, the LaPorte Redevelopment Commission, together with the city and the Common Council and Microsoft Corporation, entered into a taxpayer agreement dated June 3rd, 2024, and whereas the Redevelopment Commission approved the Redevelopment Commission's entry into the taxpayer agreement by its resolution number 3-2024, adopted by the Redevelopment Commission on June 3rd, 2024. And whereas in the taxpayer agreement, the city parties provided certain development incentives to the company to support the company's investment and employment in the project area by granting, pursuant to the terms of the taxpayer agreement, a 100% personal property tax exemption for a term of 40 years for all personal property of the company in the project area that qualifies as enterprise information technology equipment under Indiana Code Section 6-1.1-10-44. And whereas the parties propose to rescind the taxpayer agreement, including terminating the tax abatement, and the Redevelopment Commission proposes to repeal the Redevelopment Commission approval resolution. Now therefore, be it resolved by the LaPorte Redevelopment Commission as follows. Section 1, approval of the rescission of the taxpayer agreement and termination of a tax abatement. The Redevelopment Commission hereby approves the rescission of the taxpayer agreement, including the termination of the tax abatement. Section 2, repeal of Redevelopment Commission approval resolution. The Redevelopment Commission hereby repeals the Redevelopment Commission approval resolution. Section 3, authorization of other actions. The President of the Redevelopment Commission is hereby authorized and directed for and on behalf of the Redevelopment Commission to execute and deliver any contract, agreement, certificate, instrument, or other document, and to take any action as such person determines to be necessary or appropriate to accomplish the purposes of this resolution. Such determination to be conclusively evidenced by such person's execution of such contract, agreement, certificate, instrument, or other document, or such person's taking of such action. Section 4, effective date. This resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage by the Redevelopment Commission, all of which is adopted this third day of March 2026 by the LaPorte Redevelopment Commission. So as a summary of this resolution, you will remember in June of 2024, the City Council, the Board of Public Works, and the Redevelopment Commission approved a taxpayer agreement with Microsoft. You may have also noticed that in January of this year, Microsoft President Brad Smith announced that the company would no longer seek local tax breaks or utility deals. In response to that, and I appreciate the fact that Mayor Dermody and Microsoft worked together to come up with the best possible outcome for the city of LaPorte and the company, and that outcome is the repeal or the rescinding of the taxpayer agreement that's before us, and Microsoft paying its full share of property taxes, both real and personal property. So I'm asking you tonight, in regards to this resolution, this morning, the council was last night, you'll forgive, but I'm asking you this morning to approve this resolution, which will rescind the taxpayer agreement. And then on your agenda, you have another agreement that we will talk about in a moment that would form a new relationship between the Redevelopment Commission and the LaPorte Community School Corporation. Hopefully that makes sense. I didn't mention this, but the council took action on the same resolution or a similar resolution last night. The Board of Public Works took action on their resolution this morning at their 8:30 meeting. So both unanimously approved the rescinding of the taxpayer agreement. I'll stop there. I'm happy to answer questions if you have them or elaborate on anything.
Any questions for Mr. Cook? Besides, it is morning.
You are correct, Brian. Thank you.
He's used to reporting to this body in the evening.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution to rescind a taxpayer agreement.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. Mr. Cook, resolution of the City of LaPorte Redevelopment Commission approving agreement for educational and training program with LaPorte Community School Corporation. Would you like to read that for us?
Thank you, Brian. Be happy to. So a resolution of the City of LaPorte Redevelopment Commission approving an agreement for educational and training program with the LaPorte Community School Corporation. Whereas the City of LaPorte, Indiana Redevelopment Commission, as the governing body for the City of LaPorte Redevelopment Department, previously established an allocation area designated as the Boyd Boulevard allocation area pursuant to Indiana Code Section 36-7-14 as amended, and whereas pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-25-7, the Commission is authorized to contract with eligible entities to provide educational programs, work training programs, worker retraining programs, or any other programs designed to prepare individuals to participate in the competitive and global economy. And whereas the LaPorte Community School Corporation has been duly created and established and operates and exists pursuant to Indiana Code 20-26 as amended, whose principal functions include providing educational programs, work training programs, worker retraining programs, and other programs designed to prepare individuals to participate in the competitive and global economy, and therefore constitutes an eligible entity pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-25-7A. And whereas the Commission desires to provide certain funds from the Boyd Boulevard allocation area pursuant to an agreement substantially in the form of Exhibit A attached hereto with the school corporation for the provision of educational programs, work training programs, worker retraining programs, and other programs established by the school corporation designed to prepare individuals to participate in the competitive and global economy. And whereas the Commission now desires to take final action approving the agreement and the provision of funds to the school corporation pursuant to the agreement. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of LaPorte Redevelopment Commission as follows. 1. The agreement will promote the redevelopment and economic development of the city and is of utility and benefit to, and is in the best interest of the residents of the city. 2. The agreement substantially in the form of Exhibit A hereto is hereby approved. 3. The President of the Commission is hereby authorized and directed on behalf of the Commission to enter into the agreement substantially in the form of Exhibit A hereto, with such changes as such officer shall approve, such approval to be evidenced by such officer's execution thereof. 4. The Commission hereby authorizes and directs the city's clerk treasurer, as treasurer of the Commission, to make the fund transfers to the school corporation as set forth in this agreement. End of resolution. So in summary here, and I know you have Exhibit A as well, which is the agreement itself between the LaPorte Redevelopment Commission and the LaPorte Community School Corporation. If you take action on this resolution, we have a scheduled special school board meeting immediately following this. I think 10:15 is the time, where the school board would also consider and take action on the same agreement. This would form a new, and the mayor has used the term numerous times here, and I think it's exactly the right term to use, but a new and historic partnership between the city of LaPorte and the LaPorte Community School Corporation. 15% of the taxes, and again, I stress because this is, I know it's sometimes misunderstood, but Microsoft is paying their entire taxes, both real and personal property, to the city of LaPorte. 15% of those funds will be paid biannually to the school corporation for, and it's referenced numerous times in this resolution, but for educational opportunities for our students, better preparing our students for the global economy. I think this brings new and incredible resources to the school corporation, and it finds a way to, although we were, I think very comfortable with the agreement that we originally had in place with Microsoft that was cut in June of 2024, the new agreement better benefits the city and the school corporation as well. And so we're very, very excited about that. Happy to answer questions that you might have about this resolution or the agreement itself. And I'm sure Attorney Hagenow will correct me if I've forgotten anything.
You did not, yeah.
Bert, can you tell us when the school corporation would receive their first payment?
So it's a fair question. Some of that is still a little bit up in the air, along with final amounts and things. But so the way taxes are collected, you're assessed in January of each year, and then we pay taxes in arrears. So a January 1st, 2027 assessment date would pay taxes in 2028. The way the timeline looks right now is, as you all know, Microsoft is beginning site work here in April. We expect the first building to begin in late summer, early fall. That there's potential then to see a partial assessment, in January, which would mean partial taxes in 2028. But I think the genesis of the question is probably when they see the first significant set of taxes from that first building, and I would expect that to be 2029.
Great.
Again, just keep in mind that this is a large-scale construction project, and so things sometimes will differ a little bit. And then the other thing I would mention is buildings, it's not necessarily construction of one building fully operational and then they construct the second. So there's going to be some parallel tracks in terms of construction of multiple buildings. So that will adjust that timeline a little bit as well. It's about, we're using 5 to 7 years as the window for the full build out on the project.
Any other questions for Mr. Cook?
I'll make a motion for the approval of the resolution of the City of LaPorte Redevelopment Commission approving an agreement for educational and training program with LaPorte Community School Corporation.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I will second.
I have a motion and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, state by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Passes 4-0.
Appreciate that, Brian. If one more thing before I step down, want to make a special thank you to Tom Pittman with Barnes & Thornburg, Andy Mauser with Baker Tilly, and Attorney Hagenow. This is obviously a very exciting day for us. A lot of work has went into over the last 10 days or so getting these agreements prepared, and I know each of those individuals went over and above in preparing those documents and making sure we had everything in order. So I don't want to forget that and make sure I thank them for doing so. Along with Microsoft's team and the LaPorte Community School Corporation. Dr. Wood and the school board is, Ryan Seberg, president of the school board, is here, as well as Tucker King is still here from the school board as well. And then we have our friends from Microsoft that have been here with us this morning, and they will be with us here shortly with the school board. But appreciate everybody's work in getting this all pulled together, and you as well, Brian. I know you've been a great help to getting this moved forward, so thank you to all.
Thank you, Bert.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Appreciate it.
Okay, and welcome, Microsoft. Thank you. I know they're here. And the school board. Ryan's here. I think Mr. Dermody's still here. Yeah, he's back there. Thanks to you, too. Okay. Approval for contract Truesdale Avenue Landscape Service.
Okay.
Mr. Phillips?
At our last meeting, I presented you with two quotes. We had submitted quotes to 3 companies, received 2 quotes back. There was one item that didn't line up between the 2 quotes as far as information being provided, missing from one. I did request the additional information, so you have one revised quote from Mofield Property Services attached, indicating the amounts related to the application of herbicide and fertilizer 3 times per season. And all total between those 2 contracts, the differences, so you have Lakeshore proposing their services at a total of $10,282 for the contract season. And Mofield Properties, if you do the math involved in that, a total of $5,445 for the services that are proposed from the 2 companies. So you have the 2 proposals before you. We just need to make a decision on which contract we would like to go with. And I would ask that you give me the permission to sign the contract on behalf of the commission once the decision is made.
I say we go ahead with the lesser quote, which would be Mofield Property Services.
Yep. I'll make a motion for the approval of contract for Truesdale Avenue Landscape Services with Mofield Property Services and allow Craig to execute a deal.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. No further discussion. Unless you gotta have it.
Well, yeah, I need a vote.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Second.
All in favor, state by saying yes. Or
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Passes 4-0. The Mofield.
Thank you. And
Okay.
that was JT and Jen.
Yeah. Other business, we have none. Who would like to do number 8?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I may have
I'll
a
second.
motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and second. No further discussion. All in favor, state by saying yes or aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Opposed, 0. It's 4-0. We are adjourned. Thank you.